All right, Unit 7, Lesson 2, Adjacent Angles. We're on page 15 in your book. Let's look at some special pair of angles. So the I can statements, I can find unknown angle measures by reasoning about complementary or supplementary angles. I can recognize when adjacent angles are complementary or supplementary. All right, 2.1, estimating angle measures. So a couple things from lesson 1 that we haven't talked about that will help us today and later on in the chapter are the different type of angles. So lesson 1 talks about 3 different types of angles. So right angle, write it off to the side here. This is a right angle. Okay, this is also on page 11 in your book. A right angle is 90 degrees, exactly. Okay, a straight angle looks like a straight line. That's 180 degrees. That's if you put 2 right angles together, it makes a straight angle, which is 180 degrees. Okay, and then if you put 2 straight angles together, this one looks kind of funny. But we put 2 straight angles, we go all the way around, and that's 360 degrees. Okay, so we have right, 90 degrees. We have straight, 180 degrees. And then we just have a circle, or all the way around is 360 degrees. All right, page 15. So we're estimating the degree measure here of each indicated angle. So on ABC, or CAB I should say, it looks like a right angle. So I'm going to say this is 90 degrees. Okay, FDE, that one looks like a little less. Now the angle right here is the curved part. So we're looking at this curved part here. So it looks like it's a little less than 90 degrees. So I'm going to say 85 degrees. Okay, the next one, IHG, it looks a little bigger than 90 degrees, so I'm going to say 95 degrees. LJK, or LKJ, looks like a straight line to me, so we're going to say 180 degrees. ONM looks like a little less than 180, so I'm going to say 175. RQP looks a little bit more than 180, so I'm going to say 185. STU, now if you notice the curved part is on the outside. So now the inside, it looks like a 90 degree angle. So all the way around is 360. So if I go 360 minus the 90, it's 270 degrees. Okay? And then BWZ, it looks like it goes almost all the way around. We know all the way around is 360, so I'm going to say about 355. Okay, remember these are just estimates, so long over close, that's all that matters. All right. Next page, we are going to skip 2.2. We're going to move on to 2.3, so we're on page 17. Is it a complement or a supplement? So, complementary angles are angles that add up to 90 degrees. Oops. 90 degrees. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so use the protractor and the picture to find the measure of the angles. Well, we know a right angle is 90 degrees, so let's look at this first one. BCA, so B starts here, goes into C, and then out to A. So we're looking at this angle right here. Okay, now if you notice, let me go ahead and erase it because I went right over the protractor. If you notice, there's 2 numbers on that protractor it crosses 30, and then right below the 30, there is 150. Well, if we look at the red angle is a small angle. We call it an acute angle. So we know all acute angles are less than 90 degrees, so the one that's less than 90 degrees here is 30. So BCA is 30 degrees, okay? BCD, on the other hand, so we start at B, we go to C still, but now we go up to D. So if you notice, let me go ahead and erase that again because I just went over the numbers. If you notice, it crosses at 90 and at 90. Well, is it either 90 degrees or is it 90 degrees? Well, BCD is 90 degrees. Okay, so that's how you read a protractor. You follow the lines, and then you look at the number where it crosses. Okay? And then if it's an acute angle, you take the smaller number. If it's an obtuse angle, meaning it's bigger than 90, you're going to take the bigger number. All right, let's look at the next one. Explain how to find, letter C. Explain how to find the measure ACD without repositioning the protractor. Well, ACD starts at A, goes down to C, and up to D. So it's the upper part of this angle. Well, we know the big blue angle is 90 degrees, right? We know the small red angle is 30 degrees. So to find the green one, we're just going to subtract 90 minus 30, and we get 60. Okay? Letter number 2. Use the protractor in the picture to find the angles. LOK, so it's the same type of thing we just did. All right, so LOK, it's this red angle. Okay, let me go ahead and erase where I crossed the numbers. Now, if you notice, it's not right at 40. It looks like it's at 38. So I'm going to say LOK is 38 degrees. Okay, now LOM, if I notice, L is here, O is here, and M is here, so it's just a straight line. If you notice, it crosses at 180 and 0, when we know it's not a 0 degree angle, so we know LOM is 180. So explain how to find KOM. So KOM, it's the other part, so we're just going to subtract again. So we're going to go 180 minus 38, and we get 100, let's see, 7, 10 to 142 degrees. Okay? All right, number 3. Angle BAC is a right angle. Find the measure of CAD. So we know that BAC is a right angle. We know right angle is 90. And we know DAB, angle DAB, this one right here, the blue angle, is 64. So if we subtract the two, we know that DAB and CAD are going to add up to 90. So if we go 90 minus 64, we get 26 degrees. So the two smaller angles add up to 90 degrees, so that you could say these are complementary angles. All right, number 4, point O is on line RS. Find the measure of SOP. So we know that the straight line here, SOR, or ROS, we know that's 180 degrees. And we know that POR, this one right here, is 76, right? So we know that SOP and POR add up to 180. So I can go 180, the straight line, minus 76, the one angle, I get 104, okay? These are called supplementary angles. So POS, or SOP, and POR are supplementary angles because they add up to 180 degrees. All right, and that's it. So let's look at the summary. If two angle measures add up to 90 degrees, then we say these angles are complementary. Here are 3 examples of complementary angles. So we see here, 30 plus 60 is 90, 45 plus 45 is 90, and 38 plus 52 is 90. So those are all complementary angles because they add up to 90 degrees, okay? If two angle measures add up to 180, then we say the angles are supplementary. Here are 3 examples of pairs of supplementary angles. So now, 55 plus 125 is 180, 90 plus 90 is 180, and then 152 plus 28 is 180. Now, if you see these little squares right here, that means 90 degrees, okay? So there you have it. On your assignment today, we're probably going to be looking at number 1 and number 2. On number 1, angles A and C are supplementary. Find the measure of angle C. So supplementary means they add up to 180. Well, we know the one is 100 or 74, right? So to find the other, we're going to go 180 minus 74. On the next one, list 2 pairs of angles in CDFG that are complementary. unless three angles that add up to 180. So complementary means they add up to 90 degrees. So you got to find two numbers here that add up to 90 degrees. So they give you four numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got to pick two pairs that add, or you need to, you pick two pairs that add up to 90 degrees. Okay, and then to help you out with the letter B, let's name three angles that add up to 180. Well, these right here are 90 degrees. That should help you out. All right, remember, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and email me.